Okay, well, cafeteria Labrish part 2. So you don't know, say, we're gonna address the Baddies ATL reunion episodes. And then we're gonna address Real Chance of Love. Okay. So, the Baddies ATL reunion was something that I wanted to come and bring to you just so we can know how it ended. Because, I was talking about the Baddies ATL up until Megan entered, and wasn't much many episodes after that. According to the word on the street, WeTV has picked up Baddies ATL, and I'm excited for the girls. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen and how it's gonna occur. Excuse me. The only problem that we have is that there was a lot of controversy surrounding the Baddies ATL reunion. There was a lot of controversy surrounding the Baddies ATL. There was a lot of controversy surrounding Sarah, Sarah Oliver, Sarah. It was a lot of controversy surrounding Natalie Nunn and Tanisha and the rest of the girls. So it was this whole big excitement. The reunion was it was nice because it was actually hosted by Tamar Braxton and Jason Lee, the YouTuber from Hollywood Unlocked, which is really good for Jason. I was excited to see him actually hosting the show, because that's a very big gig for somebody that's coming from YouTube. As an aspiring YouTuber, that's somebody that we look up to. That's one of the people that made it into the area that he wants to be in. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his growth. I'm excited for all the great things that are occurring in his life. So Jason was the host. Jason was totally looking for the fights, honey. He was ready. He was there, and he was doing the damn thing, and a little bit messy in between. Tamar wasn't looking for that. She was looking for the love and the excitement, and the putting it together and the peace, and how can we fix it as Black people, because we don't got to bring the drama type energy. And so first of all, Natalie came out. She's a bad girl. She came in sneakers because there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of back and forth before the reunion. There was messages and threats being sent before the reunion. It was a lot of outings before the reunion. So basically they outed Natalie. Remember when I was telling you about people going over to Dubai and they don't tell you what they do in Dubai. It's a lot of fetishes and all types of things that occur in Dubai. And yes, you can go to Dubai and you can sell your body and so on and so forth. Well, apparently it was said in the blogs, and a couple of people that did interviews with a couple YouTube bloggers, that Natalie does go to Dubai to do a little bit of selling, or bringing people over there to assist them in doing that, getting that done. And it was a lot of allegations, just a lot of allegations. She wasn't really trying to address the allegations at all, period, point blank, periodiana, I don't know. I want to find a way to say it strongly. Period, point blank. Should not talk about it, okay? So don't even bother with it. Anyway, you had somebody on YouTube with a YouTube blogger named, I think, who was the blogger who interviewed the guy, the trans, was it tranny? It's a new YouTube blogger that was, I think it was on, it wasn't even YouTube, maybe it was Clubhouse or another platform, and the person was saying that Natalie had brought them to Dubai and everything, and it was a big excitement story. You got to go catch that tea for yourself. It's all over the internet. You could find it. Also, they were saying that her business isn't doing that great, the lash business. Sarah was going really hard on her because Sarah was mad about the way that she was portrayed in the show. Okay, so all right. The show is produced by Zeus Network. Zeus also produces Jocelyn's Cabaret and Real Chance of Love, that we're going to talk about after this. So the Baddies ATL show wasn't really put together the way that it should have been for us to really have like a real show. It was like Natalie told the girls that they were gonna be on OnlyFans. So that alone should tell us that they there's a kind of like uh way that they were leaning of doing their show, like coming together as bad girls to do their show. They were leaning on doing an OnlyFans, like a OnlyFans, like I don't know, starting out with an OnlyFans. I don't know what they were supposed to be doing on the OnlyFans because on OnlyFans it is a like an adult content show. Like people are doing adult content stuff. So I don't know what Natalie told these people. So she got these girls together. They were supposed to be on OnlyFans. When they came, it was on Zeus Network, and they were doing a reality show. And they didn't want it to be like the Bad Girls Club because on the Bad Girls Club they would just fight. Like people just have to fight. Excuse me. So the girls didn't come to fight. They wanted to show something different, which I understand, right? The problem with this show is these girls had never been in charge of a show before. So for Natalie and Tanisha to be the executive producers, like they had never are producers. They had never been that before. It seems like so they were doing this from for themselves, trying to bring it to Zeus and like bring it to Zeus and then try to like build a show around it. But they needed more like a better writer, like for the writing part of it to like what they were going to present to us. We needed to see something more, a little bit more polished. The editing and everything was not good enough for us to get the idea of the concept of the show, like for it to be that great and pulling and carry us through. Some of it was just, it fell flat, but we picked it up, which is good. So I know that now that they have this experience, that they're going to take this experience and make it into something better and greater. um the show, the reunion, dealt with, you know, everything that Sarah had been saying on the internet. Sarah had been talking about the baddies really badly. She had been talking about Natalie really badly, outing Natalie, saying Natalie, you know, is like, you know, selling and, you know, like, you know, pimping and hoeing and, you know, picking up people and doing that with them. And like her bag, like Zeus gave her bags and the bags were fake. And like Natalie was showing her bags on IG and Sarah was screenshotting it and sending it back and forth between them. Sarah then went on to send everybody like, and they had like a group chat, and she went on to send everybody what Natalie had said about them, which was not received very well. And so everybody had a problem kind of like coming in with Natalie. um Sydney and what's her name, Judy. Sydney and Judy surprised me because I don't know what's going on with Sydney and Judy. Look like they have something deeper going on, like some familiar relationship that we're not aware of, that we cannot understand and we cannot decipher, that they need to get through it. Sydney's like upset with Judy because Judy does not accept Sydney as a she, which she does, which they have their own issues before the show, around the show, and all this stuff. So they did do a little bit of working out with that. The show did end on a good note as far as like Tamar was concerned, because Tamar was trying to keep together. Like what we were looking for is for them to come together and so on. We were definitely looking for fights at the reunion. Nelly came in her sneakers, but nothing really popped off. And she wanted to pop off, but it was really no reason to pop off. Like really, like that. They were saying that, you know, who did she fight? Christina. It was a lot of talking, like saying Christina was on drugs, and you know, Christina saying that she was a past, she recovered, and you know, different things. Like they just was bringing out each other like real life dirty stories, and it just got really bad. And then it was like the way Natalie was talking about them, and they didn't really like it. Tanisha, I just feel like if WeTV is going to put the Baddies ATL, they just need a good writer to give us a good like or outline. We need an outline of the like what our show is going to be like what they presented as far as like the bringing the bounce about and doing challenges, like stuff like that. Like, you know how they do regular reality shows, like give us something, challenges, something that we can really, you know, see, you know, more something. I believe that's gonna happen. I believe that the Baddies ATL is gonna come together good, and that we're gonna actually have a good Baddies ATL season 2, and that is gonna be more put together. I don't think it should be like centered around fighting. I think the girls should be centered around getting their bags, like whatever their bag is, like whatever they're doing, like that's what we should be seeing. So that's gonna be WeTV because WeTV picked it up from Zeus, but Zeus, that was a good first try for them. Honestly, I wasn't really like impressed with Zeus at first when I saw like Jocelyn's cabaret and seeing how the girls were and how they acted and like how they looked through the show, like through the season, like how they looked as far as like makeup and all of that. Like they wasn't really getting put together and stuff like that. Um, Even this one, like this, the baddies, I didn't like that. I felt like, if you're gonna film them, like you should be having like it shouldn't have been Natalie's, hair and makeup. It should be Zeus have hair and makeup and do the damn people makeup and film them for TV. You bring them raw and yeah, you bring them raw and wretched, like But as the season go by, like at least bring them, like put them up, like. So I was like, is Zeus paying them? But I'm gonna talk about it because when I saw Real Chance of Love and I saw how they handled that, I said, well, Zeus paid some people some money because I know that they pay them good. Like Real Chance of Love is what let me know that Zeus pay money. And when Zeus's producer uh or owner or whatever he represents as came on the live with Lonell, I realized because he said, did we pay you good? And so on and so forth. So I know they get a bag. When I see Tamar Braxton on there, I know she got a bag. When I see Jason Lee on there, I know he got a bag. So I know they're paying good. They're black owned. Big them up because they're putting black people on TV. They're bringing them in front of us. It's like the demographic of people that they're bringing is a little weird, but like, you know, that's what appeals. That's what's out there. That's what's happening. So, um, the people that are getting the gigs, we're happy for them. We're happy that Zeus is putting like real black people on TV. Like, yes, it starts out with some of them have to fight or whatever you got to do because you want to get the ratings and you want to have the excitement and everything. And so it is what it is. But, kudos to Zeus. We're going to talk about what I'm looking for from Zeus later. So I do want to thank you for listening to Coffee Tea Labrish. This has been the Baddies ATL reunion. Review. And we're looking for season 2 of the Baddies ATL on WeTV. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you for watching Cafeteria Labrish. I'm excited once more to thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for being here with me. Once again, everything that we discuss is allegedly. This is all for entertainment. The information that I've provided, you can find it all over the internet. We've just put it together as we like to put things together. None of this information is mine solely, and we definitely want to let you know that it may not express the views of Cafeteria Labrish. Thank you so much. Have a good night.